Okay, garden tour. It is the 6th of January and I've only just got around to mulching my garden, but I'm really glad that I'm late because we've had such fabulous rain. And look at all the things that are starting to pop up in my garden. There's a gladioli.
What do you say, my love? What do you say today? Would you do it all again today? What do you say?
Here's another one.
What do you say, my love?
Yeah, it's a jungle. Welcome to my jungle. But I have got organised enough, thanks to my neighbours who gave me seed potatoes. Bless you, Ken and Leslie. I have got my potatoes in, and they're looking pretty good, and I'm expecting this whole area here to pop up in potatoes very shortly. So, come with me. Got the doggy here. Today I have mulched, and as you can see underneath, there's a huge layer of newspaper, which I have walked around with the hose and dampened. And then I've taken about 2 bales of hay, and I've come in here, laid the newspaper down, dampened it thoroughly, but making sure before I did that actually this ground underneath is quite moist, because you're going to be sealing the moisture out as well as in. So I am a bit late with my garden this year, but too bad. I've let the chickens in here and they started on my rhubarb, so they started pecking my rhubarb leaves, and I said, I'm sorry, but it is time for you to leave now. So they've had a little bit of a go at the rhubarb, but beware if you think having chickens in your garden is a good idea. It is, until they start eating stuff they shouldn't. Okay, so here are my raspberries, pretty good crop. An excellent crop actually, very pleased with my raspberries. And over here we have pepinos, just dangling. Look at them, beautiful fruit these are. Sort of a strange aftertaste that takes a little while to get used to. So there's the beautiful pepino. Pleased with that. And there are the nasturtiums, beautiful nasturtiums. Getting ready to pluck those off with the flowers and throw into the chook pens. And that is one of my natural worming regimes. You just can't get enough nasturtiums in your garden. That's my advice. We love nasturtiums around here. We let them seed, sprout, and then as soon as I can see them sprouting, you'll get little ones that start to come up down here like this, and you can see their little bulbs that they drop off, which you can, they're like poor man's capers when they're green. You can do something with them. I never got around to it, but look, you can actually eat these here. That's absolutely the time where you want to eat them, where you just touch them and they fall off. You just soak them in brine, and that's like poor man's capers. So that's a little tip about nasturtiums. Got to give those a go. So if you have given it a go, let me know. How did it go? Alright, so the state of the rhubarb is just rescued. So yeah, it was time for the chickens to leave. They've done the great job in here, scratching and pooping and resting and roosting. And now it's time to leave. Because it's all good in theory saying you're going to let your chickens in the garden, but when your plants are small, they will rake them out with their claws. So there you go. There's not a lot happening in the garden other than fruit, which is amazing, because I think it's supposed to be a vegetable garden. So we've got a few grapes happening on the grapevine. Really nice. Remember, prune it back, and then these grapes will get very sweet, hopefully. Oh, my rosemary that I planted has made it too. Here it is, rosemary. Rosemary. So I'm very pleased about that. There you go, it's looking quite healthy. So those are just from sticks that I've stuck in, and I want to make sure I've got a good supply. So this is what we have at the moment, which is that sticky itty bitty bid, which is actually a herb that's supposed to be really good for you. If you put it in tea or something, I'm sure it'll heal something, but I haven't actually tried that, so anybody that has, let me know. I'm getting more adventurous, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm pleased with my rosemary. So we've got mint, which somehow made it into my garden, which really annoys me because it's just here to stay now, and it smells beautiful and everything, but honestly my advice is don't let your mint anywhere near your garden. So I've got some more gladiolis down here, and that's the garden report.